My name is Chief Stephen Michael Fritz. That's my Christian name. My tribal name is Chief Koma, which means son of the soil. And I was born in the South Peninsula area, a place called Sunnydale. That is where I lived and grew up. And that is before the Forced Removal Act came into place in South Africa, where we were forcibly removed out of Sunnydale to a place called Slankop, which is known today as Ocean View. They all were forcibly removed with the new Group Areas Act that came in 50 years ago. So that scattered also the Khoikhoi nation apart of each other. And today we're struggling to unite again because of those forcibly removal act that came into place 50 years ago. We as the Khoikhoi nation are still going strong, and we believe that we will unite the whole nation of South Africa because we are diverse, all of us. And that's why we believe, and that is also a saying in the Code of Arms, that diverse people unite. So it means diverse people unite, which is on our Code of Arms. So once we unite, then we can live in peace and harmony again with one another and with our neighbors.
At the Bayside restaurant here on Fisher Beach, and we decided a year ago that we want to make the people more aware of the first indigenous people of South Africa, which started here in the Cape of Good Hope. And we decided to put the first hut, which was built 365 years ago. We decided we want to relive and educate the people about the first indigenous people. And we had the first, on the 11th of August, we had our the opening, the rebirth of the Khoi nation on the beach, and today we are celebrating the first anniversary of our Khoi hut. And also to educate, to see that people can see the culture of the people who lived here before. So today we are just celebrating, and we unite, and I'm so grateful for all the different nations who are celebrating with us.
Communities, regions, and nation as a whole. Through the practice and celebration of culture, they are able to impart values and behavioral norms on future generations, who are tasked with continuing legacy of community identity.
400 years ago, the water wasn't here where it is. The water was actually where our railway is now. So yeah, as I remember as a kid, that my grandfather used to come and track all the fish here with the track net. So he was the first Khoisan man that had a permit from the government to track fish on the fishing beach area. So that is also a way of living, because it was part of our culture as the strandlopers, that we catching fish from the sea. We even have some fish traps along the Jaggers Walk. So normally when it was high tide, then the fish would come into the fish trap, and when it's low tide, then we could catch the fish, because then there is no way for them to get out of those fish traps again. So my grandfather used to come here and catch all his fish here, and with the donkey car we were removing the fish then. That was the transport in those days. This is known as a malpa for toothache and for earache. You just take one piece of a leaf and you just get it all together and just put it in your ear, and then about 5 minutes time the pain will be gone. The leaf of the fig, it is used if you have a scratch on an open scratch on your body, and we just normally pick one, and the juice that we take out, we just leave it for 2-3 minutes, and it forms like a liquid plastic, so it will be like a plaster. And this leaf is also used for mouth spray by babies. We used to make jam of it. This is a wild wheat pig. Our ancestors used these wild wheat pigs to make baskets and mats with it. Now in the Kalahari, when our ancestors didn't get rain for 8 months, and a woman falls pregnant in that time, then a high dose of this aloe was given to her so she can get an abortion. Because of the drought, she's not allowed to bring that child forth into the world. And aloe vera is also used in cosmetic products, and we drink also aloe to cleanse our body. This is a limpet that is also part and parcel of the Khoisan food chain, which we used to come and harvest. caves here in the west, in this area, in the South Peninsula area. And we have one of the biggest caves here, which is the Pierce Cave, and it is the first burial site that was found in South Africa, and it is also known as the oldest burial cave in South Africa, where 11 skeletons were dug up by Bertie Pierce and his son. And they removed those skeletons and blast out the rock out paintings in the caves with dynamite. So they actually destroyed the history of the Khoisan people that lived in the South Peninsula area. And those skeletons is sitting somewhere in a museum in Mexico today, where it is just lying there in boxes. But nobody knows whereabout it is in Mexico.
Krotoa, krotoa, mama sedrot ramai sikit. Krotoa, semai baris jay. Krotoa, krotoa, mama selang wien kemeskiet. Krotoa, mama selifario. Dogs are falling these stones, smoking from streets, plus for now. Degenerates matel amakla, verdi dance. And they say there's a reading, there's a reading, there's a up of Sweden, only plus for now. Mother, dogs are ruling, and the wolves stay strong.
So I'm so happy to see all of you here today to come and celebrate with us our first year anniversary of the Khoi hut standing outside. For those of you who do not know about this hut, the hut is there for information, like an information center. So if you want to know about us, about other Khoi, or even about fishing overall, you can come to the hut.
I am a community worker. I'm leading a community in Ocean View, a very small place. I'm here in Cape Town. So my job is to be a role model in the community of Ocean View and surrounding areas as well. I would like to talk about the strandlopers and about the miscommunication about the Khoi people of today. Part of our history as the strandlopers came from so many years back. But our people today are so undereducated about our strandlopers, and our communities they are not educated in the strandlopers and our history. And we have lost our history many years ago. When Jan van Riebeeck came to our country, it was said, or we would teach, that he actually stole our history from us. But as we know, as Harry the strandloper and Jan van Riebeeck met at one point at the time, that wasn't as it went by actually. That Harry, when Jan van Riebeeck actually realized that Harry understood his language, he knew and he saw an opportunity. And as we are so-called colored people, are so friendly, and we are so open-heartedly that we invited them to come into our communities. So why I say there's a misconception, it is because due to the fact that we actually invited these people, as we call these people from Jan van Riebeeck, we invited them into our communities, into our country. The benefit I do believe that we have as a culture, as the strandlopers, as the Khoikhoi, as a nation, is to unite many nations together. I do believe that we do have it within ourselves, as our ancestors had it within them, to unite different cultures and religions even as well. So I do believe that that's one of the benefits that we do have, that we can make this culture or this nation a bigger nation by uniting each and every one together. What is not said is that we are a culture of people, or a group of people that would love for each and every one to benefit. Many say that we are here to grab land, but how can one grab something that is already belonging to someone? We as the Khoi people just want to form part of our land that was taken from us so many years back. And as the Khoi people, that we want to form part of each and every one, regardless the culture, regardless the color of the skin, that we believe that because Khoi means human, that we all are human, and there is no color that can divide us, but we need to unite as one. And I also do believe that we need to go back, that there are many things that was taken from us, but we need to go back into our culture, and we need to celebrate our ancestors and celebrate what we had. And we need to go out there and we need to go teach this to our children, and teach it and educate our other people in our communities as well. That I do believe that we were hunters. We were hunters as the strandlopers, and we were sea hunters. We fed from the sea. Our food chain came from the sea. So up until today, it is coming from the sea. So I do believe that we actually teach other cultures how to fish and how to live from the sea as well.
Now we as the Khoisan Nation, we busy with the government of South Africa to reclaim what is rightfully ours. First thing, we want to be recognized as the First Nation people of South Africa and Southern Africa. We also busy with the president for signing the Khoisan Bill, so we as the First Nation people can have certain rights in the Constitution of South Africa. So that is part and parcel that we are busy with at this time and moment. And we as the South Peninsula Council of this area are also busy with a lot of community projects, which include different things that we're running. For instance, our Chief Sharon here, she is busy with the walking bus for safety and security of our children that goes to school in the morning and in the afternoons when school is out. I have a very strong connection with animals because my ancestors had that connection with the animals. So I was speaking in Parliament regarding the ban trading of the lions, and 3 weeks ago I was talking in Hermanas again about the killing of the elephants.
Strandlopers is people feeding from the shore. So as we know, even our ancestors, even up until today, we are still feeding from what the ocean is giving us. Yes, we are limited, and we have these rules given by government for our people when it comes to the sea and to whether what they can catch or at what times. So there are now seasons for our people, but back in the days there weren't any season because this was part of our food chain, which is still today. Part of my job is to work in the community and working with young people, especially children and women. So I've been working with different types of children and women, ones that were abused and also the ones that weren't abused, but they are vulnerable to it, and that they also need to be aware of what is happening in the community. And what else I see in our different communities is that the lack of knowledge of knowing where we come from is a big issue in our so-called colored communities, and it's up to us as leaders to go out there and educate them who they are and where they do come from. That where you're coming from is not a shame, that we have a history and we do have ancestors that have led a way for us. So I do believe that within this, that we can still up until today, we can see within ourselves, within our nature, that we are still feeding and gathering from the shore. Because if we simply just walk on the beach, we will pick up something that looks beautiful from the beach. When we simply see the sea, that we would pick up something that comes from the sea. And even when we see someone standing and wanting to sell fish, we will buy fish from our people because we are used to feeding and gathering from the shore.